Welcome to WesternSlopeNow.com. Meteorologist Russ Pappas here. Let's do a quick countdown on a couple of incoming festivities. Hanukkah starts on Sunday, November 28th. And of course, we'll be looking at the winter solstice as well. That happens on Tuesday, December 21st. So we're just, 25 days away from our winter solstice and 2 days away from Hanukkah beginning. This is what many of us saw today. Now, granted, this is the 5 o'clock hour. The sun has gone down. The sun set today officially right around 4:53, 4:54. And here we are at 4:51, enjoying some beautiful light across Mount Garfield and the Grand Mesa. Of course, this is the Grand Valley. Most of us saw exactly just this today. Mostly clear skies, thin high clouds, not much to it. As far as high temperatures go today, the average high for Grand Junction is about 47. 46 is where we should be in Montrose. So many locations going in slightly cooler and significantly cooler than where we should be for this time of the year. So that's about how we expected it to be. Current temperatures are as such, the highs. So not much difference there, but confident to say that even though we haven't released the daily climate report, we do know that we've achieved the high temperatures. Looking at this wind chill right now, I don't even have to look at the board. I know there's 0 wind speeds or little to no wind speeds in many locations. Aspen and Gunnison, only 2 sites checking in with a wind chill, so that's where I expect to find the wind speeds greater than 5 miles per hour. And that's exactly what we had. Some light wind earlier today, and that was enough to put even more of those leaves into the yard and into the streets. All in all, it was a rather quiet day. A lot of businesses closed so that employees can be with their families. Hopefully you've enjoyed yourself. Moving forward, we're just going to keep that light wind in the forecast. There's not much to it. This is where we started this morning, back into the single digits for the Gunnison Valley, but also the Roaring Fork Valley, checking in with some colder than forecast temperatures. Low 20s at Grand Junction, mid 16 degree readings, mid-teens for Montrose. Getting into tomorrow, Friday morning, we're going to do it under a mostly clear night, mostly clear start. Temperatures, again, single digits for the Gunnison Valley. Subtle improvements for the Roaring Fork, and not a lot of improvements. The average low temperature for Grand Junction is about 24 this time of the year, and for Montrose, it's about 22. So tomorrow's going to be one of those near average, low temperature, cold start. That's exactly where we should be in late November. Moving into tomorrow afternoon, we're going to get some temperature improvements. Again, not much. I don't know that you'll feel any different from today, though Montrose, instead of the low 40s, low 50s, that might be a significant feel. Dry conditions, mostly clear conditions. It's going to be a great way to wrap up the work week. I know a lot of people like to do shopping on these days, and you don't have to worry about weather with this one, just the cold air in the early morning hours. Clear, quiet, not a lot happening across the Centennial State, according to our radar. Now, we've got 4 different beams sweeping across the region, so safe to say there's nothing out there. Ridge of high pressure continuing to remain in control. And, of course, that storm pattern that has been the same for the last 2-3 weeks. Storms developing in the Pacific Northwest, sweeping west to east, and that has continued for quite some time, avoiding Colorado mostly. We catch the tail end of things, and as we look towards Friday afternoon, we catch yet another tail end of a passing storm system. So there could be some very light snow and some winds and some increased cloud coverage along the Colorado-Wyoming border. Higher elevated sites like Rabbit Ears Pass, that's more than likely the areas that will see some light snow. But again, a fantastic Thursday, Thanksgiving, and a fantastic start to the weekend. Again, we're in between storms. We've got active weather well to our south along the international border of USA and Mexico, unsettled conditions in New Mexico and Texas, and more unsettled conditions on the opposite international border, USA, Canada. So here we are in the middle, not doing much of anything except maintaining these dry conditions and working on improving our afternoon temperatures. And as such, the mornings improve a little bit too. So we'll go with 30s and 50s for the going forecast. A little bit of a chill start for Friday and Saturday, but we're going to have the reward will be clear and dry and mild conditions in the afternoons. Remember, we're only supposed to be in the middle and upper 40s, and here we are pushing things 10 degrees warmer than we should. So if my calendar is correct, and I only just briefly glanced at it, Tuesday is the end of November, Wednesday's the beginning of December, and we're beginning it on quite a mild note. It looks like we will maintain 10 degrees warmer than we need to be for this time of the year. So this is a really good stretch of weather. Great for getting things done out and around the house, whether it's decorating, cleaning, maintaining, or just leisurely hanging around. This is good weather for that. Not good weather if you like chasing storms. You'd have to leave the state of Colorado to do that, but there's going to be some great opportunities for snowmaking crews at area ski resorts to utilize these cold and dry temperatures to their advantage. They could start to make some snow. Manufactured snow on the resort is not as good as natural snow, but hey, at this point, getting the ski season going, that's fine. You got to get a base built somehow, and we've got the the know-how to do it without Mother Nature. So moving forward, the lower elevations, this is what we get for the extended forecast. It's very likely we will start to see an unsettled pattern start to develop after, the end of the first week of December and into the middle portion of December, right before the solstice. There should be about a 2-week window where we should be wrangling in some storms. Even though the state snowpack is significantly lower than it should be, I don't really pay attention to that. It's just a number, because one storm can sweep through and blow that percentage of snowpack way beyond where it needs to be. So yeah, moving forward, our snowpack is going to be lower and lower because we don't have storms. But once we get a storm, it adjusts, and sometimes it adjusts and overcompensates. Enjoy this great weather, and we'll talk to you soon.